to another exciting episode of Into the Elements, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition real play game that all of us here at the Nerdy Niche like to do for you guys every couple weeks or so. And tonight, to take us back into where our adventure has kind of taken us up to this point, Pal, our wonderful paladin, if you don't mind kind of letting us know.
It's your friendly neighborhood paladin, Pal, here to remind you of exactly what happened on the previous episode. Now, we had gotten on the airship after leaving the island and got back to Sheercliff, the town that we took the ship from originally, I think. And then we tried to go in and talk to our friend Abe and pay him the money that we owed him. But, he just kind of left his house and abandoned it. It was all empty. But we did find a letter there, which sent us on a pretty fun scavenger hunt. Led us to a couple places. We went to the inn and the bar, and we got a letter there. And then that sent us to this tackle shop where there was supposed to be a black market. But the guy got all mad when we asked what the black market was. And we're just like, well, we're just trying to patronize the thing that you have. It's a black market. And he kept getting mad. And then we all just got a little bit of money from the letter that he had there. And then we went back to the inn and we went to sleep. It was a pretty average day for your friendly neighborhood adventurers. Didn't get to do a whole lot, but the scavenger hunt was fun.
Well, thank you, Pal. That was a great little recap, at least from your perspective, from last time. So now I think it's time for all of us to venture back into the elements. Okay, so you rested for the night in the inn, the Cliff's Respite. You all had
fancy rooms with bathtubs and everything.
Yep, you all have your own room for the night. You're waking up in the morning, and it's fairly early. You guys kind of called it an early evening for the most part. And the day is now yours. What would you like to do?
Is there anything else we need to do here before we start heading back towards... So I believe the plan was still to head back towards our home base, correct?
Yep.
So is there anything else we needed to do in Sheercliff before we head out?
I don't think so.
I think we're all set.
I think because I'm a little bit kind of anxious to try and get home. So I was actually thinking about just trying to head out as soon as possible.
Anxiety is a thing you can feel?
Well, as far as I would feel it, sure.
Learn something new every day.
Maybe breakfast before we get on the road. Are we walking? Are we gonna try to find transportation? There's a cat somewhere.
Do we know how far we need to go?
How far is it from Sheercliff back to our hometown?
I think it was 2 weeks.
It's about 2 weeks travel.
Okay.
Are we going to go directly past the Ettons again? Maybe worth bringing them a little something.
Yeah.
What should we get?
I would guess some kind of hunk of meat would be good.
Or some vegetables.
Maybe a goat.
Do I know about the Ettons from them saying
Nope.
Okay.
No idea.
Perhaps we should bring them a goat. Since
He's also kind of remembering wrong too, but it's okay.
They're giants.
Yeah.
Well, is there a place around here to potentially purchase livestock?
Give me an investigation check to see if you can.
Can I
Are you
aid
looking
him in
for
that?
live?
I was about to say, can someone else do that?
Well, I need to go look for arrows as well, so we could go pick up supplies, find transportation, and arrange it, and also find a goat, I guess.
I'm sure
I
they would.
got a 5. I definitely know where the livestock is.
Did you do that with my help?
With
Actually,
advantage, let's see. Okay, well, with advantage, I rolled a 920, so
Okay.
I do know where the livestock
happy to be of assistance.
He had no clue, was randomly wandering, and then smelled something and turned, and there it was.
is.
You
It's
essentially
more-
were starting to head towards the docks, and then Ettenborough was like, "No, this
Yeah.
way."
it's more like I had no idea what I was doing, and then Edinburgh pointed it out, and I was like, oh, I knew that the whole time.
I'm like, perhaps we should make our way towards the stables.
It's a good idea. Good idea, sir. See, this is why you're our leader. All full of good ideas.
I never agreed to be the leader, but
Excellent work, boss. Excellent work.
Okay, so is Ettenborough and Pal heading towards the stables?
well, probably wouldn't want to, or he probably wouldn't want to split the group. So if we were going for arrows first, and we at least know where to go towards to get to the stables, right? Unless stables are first, and then we could bring our goat into the shop.
You kind of. It actually still kind of took you a minute to find where the stables are. They're actually on the opposite side of where the docks are, and they're down. So you have to go down.
Okay.
But you did note there are signs and things that kind of tell you where stuff is, especially with how this city is set up, because a lot is on this cliff face that's fairly narrow. And then the rest is, some is on the sides of the cliff on either side. So there are a lot of signs that kind of direct to where different things are.
I'll just follow our fearless leader.
And I mean, I don't know what other supplies we need. I just need to restock my arrows. So
Have you seen a Fletcher around here? Have you seen a Fletcher around here?
Have I seen a Fletcher?
Yeah, someone that makes arrows.
No, I have not looked for them. No. I just figured.
I'm already wandering out to try to find food ingredients. While they were sitting there talking, I got in action and I'm looking for food ingredients now.
Okay.
Well, I was planning to keep the group together, but
Well, I can meet back up with you guys at the stables if you want to try to lead him that way.
suppose that could work.
Does anybody else want to go to the store with Hall or
Shopping episode?
Yeah. Got to rename this episode another shopping episode.
Well, it depends. It's this is kind of your last chance for a while to do any shopping. So if you need to,
I do want to go buy some
need to
ingredients.
be a big deal. It's literally go in, grab arrows, leave. So
who is our treasurer now that we don't have Kel anymore?
Julie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I have money.
I think I'm.
So I should probably go with whatever group is going to go get a goat and potentially horses for transportation. The big purchase.
yeah, and I have my own funds, so I can I'll supply my own arrows.
Thank you.
Could get like the goat and Thor.
Did I ask if I had any money? And no, I was just going.
Yeah, I would probably want to stop off and sell the gems I have too.
Well, I guess you kind of had a decent amount of money because you guys also went to the bank and you got money from your dad, which we kind of forgot about that part with the recap.
Yeah.
But I guess you did give a good chunk of it to pay back Abe, right?
Yeah, we gave that to Quibble, and then someone went behind the
yeah.
counter and took it again.
That was Paul.
So yeah, you guys do have some funds right now.
I would be happy to go to the shop to avoid getting a animal to slaughter.
It's not the
I'm okay with getting some horses for transportation, but I'm not really down with this whole kill the goat idea.
But we're not going to kill any goats. Okay, it's a present for someone else who's going to kill the goat.
Well,
Yeah.
to do with it as they will.
Yep.
So we're accessories to murder, not murder itself.
Guess that's one way to look at it.
Manslaughter.
Yeah. No, goat slaughter.
Goat slaughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I suppose store like general goods or weaponry, then ingredients. I think Pal's going straight to ingredients.
Yep.
So we could do that in opposite order. Or we could just let Pal do his thing.
I mean, if you guys want to leave me unsupervised, that's fine.
Okay, so is everybody going as a group or are we splitting up?
I suppose.
This is your
I would just I was just gonna run, grab some arrows, and then try to meet up with the group at the stables. That was the idea. If someone wanted to follow me, they can. But I was just gonna get my stuff out of the way real quick and then meet back up at the stables because it sounds like walking would be unpleasant for this trip.
We can all just meet at the stables.
I would
Go get everything done.
yeah, that's true. I'd say, Catman, will you sell these for me and bring the gold back?
Certainly.
And I hand you 2 gems that are worth 10 each.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
What kind of gems are they? Do you know?
All I have is 2 gems worth 10 each.
Oh, okay. I assume they're shiny. So I'll be like, I have some personal funds, so I'll hand you the 20 gold and be like, I'll just sell them and replenish what I have then.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to follow Pal.
Okay, so yeah, just tell me the groups. So I know who's going where.
Sonora's going with Hall
Okay.
to look at weaponry.
Okay.
And I guess the other 3 of us are together for whichever things we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Julie, you're going with those 2, or are you going with Pal and Edinburgh?
I'll go with Pal and Edinburgh.
Okay. So Sonora and Paul are going to a shop, and the rest of you are going to the stables, and then everybody was going to meet at the stables, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So we will start with shopping. When most of you were here last time, there was one store that you went to. It is called here, The Fog's Secrets. and it's a general store. It has a whole bunch of kind of random things. It's actually where they got all the stuffed animals from last time. And
When I was befriending cats.
yes. And most of you would know that it is down on the dock side.
The dark side.
Damn,
I hear they have candy.
They do. It's fish flavored.
Something, the dark side.
Okay. Sonora, did you go to the store the last time, or did you stay at the inn?
I don't think I did go to the store last time.
So if everybody already split off, you won't know where the stores are.
So I would just be trying to investigate where a weapons store is rather than a general store.
Okay.
Just because I would assume that's where you would find better arrows anyway.
And I don't need any fish flavored candy.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Candied anchovies.
Investigation.
I got 15.
Nice.
I got a 13.
13. Okay, so kind of like looking around, like you can go a bunch of different ways. It's kind of hard here, just because it is on different levels and different things. So you guys both kind of have to ask around a little bit. Hall, you get this like older dwarven man kind of looks you up and down and goes, well, there's the Fog's Secret down on the docks, general store. They have weapons and things.
Thank you very much.
And Sonora, you find one of the monks that work at the kind of Tower of Light in the purple robes. And he has a long black braided beard, but he's bald on top. And you kind of approach him, kind of bows his head towards you. And when you ask about a shop with weaponry or anything, he does mention the Fog's Secrets. The two main shops here are the Fog's Secrets. And he tells you on the plateau here, where you currently are, there is the Dragon's Other Horde. They specialize in weapons and especially magical items.
But it's not his regular horde, it's his other horde.
Yep.
Okay, so that's kind of the info you guys get there. So where would you like to go? Those are kind of the two main shops. And then, of course, you know of Brass's Knucklery as well.
Let's not go there.
Well, which would you prefer? I only need something basic. So if you needed something more the magical weapons, we could go to that.
I don't need magical.
Okay. The one's closer to us, right?
The Dragon's Other Horde is closer to you.
Well, since that one's closest, why don't we try that first and go from there?
In there.
Okay, so you're going there?
Yep.
Okay. So you kind of get directed to where it is. It's kind of on the other side of the Tower of Light. You're going through, a lot of the buildings are fairly like basic, just structures kind of put together. They're nice enough. they function well enough. It's very pretty here. There's lots of tiling and different kind of things around that really lets the sun kind of shine off of it. But there is a building that is rather large, and it has lots of like reds and golds, kind of like all over it. And then there's a big sign over the two large push doors that is a picture of a silver dragon laying on a pile of gold, and there's a second pile of gold with its tail kind of wrapped around it. And underneath it, and very beautiful, well taken care of golden writing, is the dragon's other hoard. And there's a sign on the door that says open.
Okay. Walk in.
Okay. You open the doors and walk in, and you see a very nicely lit, not a speck of dust anywhere, very clean store with everything very much like organized. You see a long countertop that kind of goes around pretty much the whole shop, even back towards the door. And behind it is where most of everything is. But there is like a few bookcases, like kind of shorter bookcases in the center where there's some things, and there are a few barrels that have their tops off and have different kinds of weaponry kind of placed in them. You do see one that is completely filled with arrows and quivers.
They have their tops off, huh?
I knew as soon as I said that.
I was thinking it too.
We were all thinking that's why I had to say it.
Yeah, really sexy barrels there. Anyway.
Well, if Dork owns the shop, I mean.
Barrel chested.
But as you walk in, there is a golden scaled dragonborn in very nice like silken red robes that kind of go down very well, like taken care of. His scales almost seem like polished in a way. It seems like he takes very good care of himself and everything around him. And as you come in, he goes, "Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us today in our shop here. What can I do for you?"
I am interested in some standard arrows to fill up for a journey, and I also need, if possible, to see if you have any specialty arrows as well.
So at first, like as soon as you said basic arrows, he looked very disappointed. And then when you said specialty arrows, he kind of lightened up a little bit. Are you looking for the magic sword, maybe?
I would like to see a selection. The basic ones are to get by day to day. The others are for special occasions when needed.
Yes. Basic ones are in that barrel right next to you there. They're your standard arrows. They're 2 copper a piece. If you buy them as a set of 20, they are, I do it for 2 silver.
Okay. I will be purchasing. Let's see, so 20 is 2 silver, so 100 would be a gold. So I'll get 2 gold worth of standard arrows. And then I would also like to see what types of specialty ones you have. I would like to maybe get a small variety of those as well.
Oh, yes. So, a few things for you. And he goes over and he picks up this nice quiver that's very similar to the one that you just got. And he kind of like, you see him kind of like flicking through it, kind of like he's like looking at like different kinds of arrows. And he pulls out, and they're kind of wrapped in a cloth. Like all of these in here are in different cloths, and they're like different colors and different things. He pulls out one that's just in a white cloth, and he opens it up on the counter in front of you, and it has 3 arrows in it. He says, these have a fairly potent kind of standard magic on them. They hit a bit harder and a bit more true.
Okay.
So game-wise, these would be +2 arrows. +2 magic arrows.
That's more than a bit.
And then he says, if you want something a little more exciting, though, I do have this one. And he pulls one out, and it's in a red cloth. And he like lays it open in front. And it has, it's a little bit larger than a normal arrow. And it has engravings of dragons on it. He says, kind of looks around, an arrow of dragon slaying.
Ooh, it sounds like it has a lot of potential.
Yes. Very trusty arrow, I will admit. Only really used in certain circumstances. But if you ever find yourself fighting a dragon, it could be what keeps you alive.
Okay. And you have the 1 of this and 3 of the other?
Yes.
What would-
Another thing you might be interested in, though, it's not arrows per se, but it's something that you could do with them.
Oh.
And he pulls, he's like, where was that? And he walks around part of the counter. He's always staying on that side of the counter. But he goes over to an area where a bunch of like potions and oils and different things are. And he goes, where? And you can tell everything's like very well organized and like tagged and seems to be alphabetical. He goes over, he's like, it's like, I didn't put it under oil, I put it under sharpness. So this is oil of sharpness, and he sets it down in front of you. So I'll just read the kind of description of this real quick. The clear gelatinous oil sparkles with tiny, ultra thin silver shards. So that's kind of what it looks like there. And he says, this isn't only good for arrows. So if the rest of whoever you're traveling with could use a little bit of aid in battle, this could come in very handy. If you put some of this oil on the tip of any blade or anything metallic and sharp, essentially, you can make it incredibly sharp. and very painful if you ever got hit with it. So for you, just so you know what it is, Chris, the oil can coat one slashing or piercing weapon or up to 5 pieces of slashing or piercing ammunition. Applying the oil takes a minute for an hour, and then the coated item is magical and has a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Okay. What would the cost be for each of these items you've shown me?
Yes. The kind of more standard magic arrows are 200 apiece. If you buy all 3, I will do it for 500 gold. For the arrow of dragon slaying, let me just check something on that real quick. Actually, he would say for this oil here, it's very rare, very hard to come by. It'll be 1,000 gold.
Okay.
Let's see what it's worded under. Okay. For the dragon slaying arrow, that would be 600 gold.
Okay. Well, I would love to be able to get all of these, but it looks like for today, I'll have to just stick with the 3 standard magic arrows and then the 2 gold worth of the completely standard arrows.
Ah, like your style. Let's see. Let's call it. Give me a persuasion check real quick for.
Come on, where'd you go? Ooh, good roll. Headphones. 19.
19?
Yeah.
He goes, don't worry about the silver, and take an extra quiver of regular arrows.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for your fine purchase here. Appreciate it.
I'll turn back. And did you need anything at all while we're here?
You're muted.
I don't think that I can afford anything in this store.
Okay. I do have some of the funds from I have that money that we got from the person that left us, that then left us money. I do have some of that if you wanted to use some of that to buy something.
I'll look around and see if he has any like simple weapons, like a dagger or a mace or something like that.
Okay.
More darts, things like that.
Okay. Are you looking for like a magical one or just like basic ones or both?
Probably just basic ones.
Okay. You can easily find kind of any basic weapon here. You can definitely find darts. And yeah, all that's kind of in the center area of the room.
Okay. So I'll take some darts. Okay. And then what kind of weaponry are we looking at?
What were you kind of looking for? Because you have a staff already, don't you?
Don't think I do. Hold on. Let me look. No, I do not have I have a short sword and darts,
Okay.
but I have many weapon proficiencies.
Okay.
Just start carrying like 15
Club,
different
dagger, great club, hand axe, javelin, light hammer, mace, quarterstaff, sickle, spear, firearm, crossbow, dart, short bow, sling.
Okay.
You got a whole armory with you.
Well, no, I don't have them, but those are my proficiencies.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
all over here. So whatever one you kind of want, you can. Or if
Maybe
you want
a mace or a sickle.
Okay. Let's see. Light. Okay. He definitely has both of those. Just so you know, I believe with monks you don't get. Actually, I think it probably doesn't matter.
Isn't it like a simple martial weapon is the only thing you can use or something like
I
that?
might be just thinking of rogues, how you have to use a finesse weapon. I'm just checking. Oh yeah, you can definitely. That's fine. You can use any ones you want.
Sweet.
So, what kind are you're getting? A mace and a sickle.
Yes.
Perfect.
They just seem fun.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. So for those two together, it's 2 gold pieces.
I can take care of that.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. Well, anything else for you two today?
No, I think that'll be it for me at least. And
Oh yes, the darts.
Oh yes, I'm sorry about that. And he pulls up a.
instead of that extra quiver of arrows that you were going to give me, would you be able to give her the darts instead?
That's fair enough and very kind of you. He's a keeper.
Thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.
And he slides it over. It's in like a piece of fabric that they all like slide into, and it like opens up. It's like a black fabric, and it has 5 darts in it.
Perfect.
Okay. So is that everything for you here?
So
As you two exit, he says, "Thank you for gracing the door of the dragon's other horde. A wonderful day."
thank you. I'll do like a bow, but use my tail to kind of do one of those motions.
He gives a little bit of a smile and a little bit of a chuckle under his breath as you all walk out. Okay, the rest of you have gone to the stables, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so you had to take the lift on the opposite side of the docks, going down kind of to the entrance here, which if you remember, it's a very windy, kind of narrow path for the most part. You kind of were on a cliff face for quite a while walking here. So it doesn't take you all the way down, but it takes you down to where that kind of platform is. And there is a stable there, and it just says stable on it. Like it's not very fancy, like it's functional.
You would say it's just barely stable.
Yeah.
I think this is it.
Seems to be.
I'm still unconvinced.
So you walk into the stable. Kind of going in, there is a little bit of a like office area that you first kind of walk into, that you can, buy horses and livestock and whatever you kind of want here. And there is a kind of younger halfling man, bit like dirty, kind of like muddy boots. Looks like he's been working like heavily all day. You kind of walk in, and there's not any desk or anything. There's just like a few chairs. There's a table, and then there's a bunch of there's like a bunch of rope and horseshoes and different things kind of around in here. And as you walk in, he goes, "Well, I welcome all. How am I helping you today?"
You have goats?
Yeah, we have a few.
How much are they?
You looking to milk them, eat them?
Feed them to giants.
Yeah.
Is there a particular reason?
We'd stole their food before.
We have to go buy some giants to get home, and they're either going to eat us or something we bring. So,
We scared their food off before. If I remember right.
You got like an old one that's going to die soon anyway?
I do have an older one. Yeah.
I'm just shaking my head.
You're not there, actually. You're
Yeah.
So for goats, they're 30 gold a piece. 30 gold
Done.
each. Yeah.
Done. Bring me a goat.
Okay. And he gets an older goat that has a bit of a bum leg, and a patchy fur.
It's gonna keel over before we even make it there.
He brings it out kind of a little bit reluctantly, but he brings it kind of out front, and you paid him the 30 gold. He goes, "Anything else?"
How much are your horses?
I actually, before we ask about the horses, we did have horses and a cart that we stashed before we left on the airship.
Stashed them here.
You did. And they're stashed here. This is
Yeah. We have some horses that we left here a few days ago, and a cart.
Oh, I was wondering when all of you were coming back. What was the name?
of the horses?
No, of whoever dropped them off.
Oh gosh, who did? I think we all dropped.
Or if there was a
name would we
group
put them under?
name.
I think I was driving it because I had the vehicle proficiency,
Oh, yeah.
man vehicle.
Was it Strike Force we put it under? Was the name Strike Force?
I would assume it would be Edinburgh.
Do you just kind of say that out loud?
Yeah, well, yeah, in response to Pal.
Okay. And then he pulls out, he goes over, there's like a book under a chair, and he just kind of like pulls it out with like a quill, and he's like looking through. And he goes, Ettenroar right here. You mostly paid in full, but it's been a little bit longer than you said. So that's going to be about 10 more gold for...
Easy enough.
Okay. Well, thank you. They've been well taken care of.
Good. I'm glad they're good. They've been through a lot, those ponies.
Oh.
What were their names again? Buttercup and something?
Buttercup and something.
And I honestly can't remember. Did you have 2 or did you have...
We had 2.
Yeah, it was 2 in a cart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you stole it.
Yeah.
I forget what the other one's name
He
is.
didn't steal it. It was the payment that he didn't give us.
Mhm. I'd greet them like that too. Like, hey, Buttercup. Hey, something.
Something.
So you got a good cart here, and if I remember right, when you came in, isn't there a whole group of you?
Yes.
So, if you don't mind me asking, are you trying to get somewhere quicker? Is like half of you walking? Because 2 horses can't pull a whole group.
Yeah, we might need more horses.
You pulled us all before.
You didn't all ride in the cart before.
Oh, we didn't?
Uh-uh.
What if we add a 3rd horse? What's the adventurer to horse ratio?
Well, 3 might take it a little off balance a little bit. You might want to go with 4 total.
More horses.
That sounds like you're just trying to sell us more horses.
Suppose one of us could ride the goat.
I mean, it's just a suggestion. You definitely don't need to.
How much is it?
Pal is already holding the goat and is saying, no, Bob rides in the cart with us. Also, we're probably not going to give him to the Giants.
So what did I pay for it?
Because I have a friend now.
You see the halfling kind of smile at that point.
We'll discuss that when we get closer.
So is that going to be all for you?
Well, how much would an additional 2 horses be?
Can I talk to you and the big shiny, happy, huggy man over there?
Not the one that wants to give the goat to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we're discriminating against giants here.
Emperor, why don't you go hook up Buttercup and something to the cart?
All right.
I like now that it's just Buttercup and something.
I'm looking through my notes. Muffin.
That's right.
Buttercup and Muffin, yes.
Yep.
He's just something now.
Yep.
Okay. So when Edinburgh goes out, he looks at Pal and goes, Let me ask you a question. Are you gonna try to stop him from feeding that goat to some giants just for passage?
Yeah, probably.
Is it a probably or is it a yes?
I mean, I'm a little unpredictable as far as what I would do, but he's pretty chill right now. So yeah, I'd probably keep him.
So the cart that we have, to let you in on a secret, we did take it from someone who was trying to like poach a baby owlbear. We're not big on, killing the animals.
The two of you give me a persuasion check. You can either do it separately or one of you can have advantage. Actually, I would say, or Thule can have advantage because you were more confident with your answer there.
They're the two most charismatic people doing this too.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, pal? Separate or an advantage?
I would say just an advantage. What's your charisma?
Well, my persuasion is +7.
I think mine's actually about the same. Let me pull up my character sheet.
Yeah, I guess you didn't hear me. You don't get to get advantage. Only Thule does. Either you can do it separately or Thule gets advantage.
Yeah, I have the same amount you do, so yeah, I'd be better with advantage.
Your face.
Because you were kind of like wishy-washy with your answers, and Thule was more confident.
Yeah, it makes sense. But I checked if mine was higher.
Yeah.
17.
17. So you seem trustworthy enough. Gonna be honest, I'm not a huge fan of your big Goliath friend.
He sleeps with a stuffed animal.
Do I hear her say that?
No, you're outside.
I like how you got thrown under the bus because I was the one that was honest.
And he goes, normally I would sell a goat for 5 gold, but I was trying to convince him not to buy a goat. So I don't like to be dishonest. Usually for a good horse that can help pull a cart, I would do 20 gold each. So with what you've paid already, I'll give you 1 horse. And with that extra 5 gold, enough feed for the 3 horses that you have.
Okay.
Will the 3 horses be enough?
Should pull you a bit better, get you a little bit more speed. 4 is a little bit better. I wasn't just trying to fully upsell, it just works better that way.
Oh, how much are they? Just the horses if we wanted to add a 4th one?
4th one would be 20 gold, and then for enough feed to kind of get all 4 through, there would be an additional 2 gold. So it would be 22 more gold.
Pal's like looking around on him, his body's looking for something, and then he pulls off his boot and shakes, and 20 gold falls out of it. He goes, "There you go."
That has to be so uncomfortable.
Yeah. He just looks at you real odd, and he goes, "Well, did you want feed too?"
I'll add the 2 gold for the.
Okay.
Okay.
And he sets you up with 2 more nice horses. So now with that, it can pull everybody, and at a bit faster speed, because I think you are right. I think at one point you were having the 2 horses pull everybody, but it was a lot of work on them.
Yeah.
And you couldn't go as fast. So this will make it so that you can go at a faster speed, and it will make it more like closer to a week and a half instead of 2.5 weeks to get back.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
I also want to give him a special pal puff, as I'm going to say, here's a tip.
The tip is wait until you're off work to eat it.
Probably a good idea. or don't if you want to make it more fun. Yeah. You seem to be your own boss. Do whatever you want, man.
Well, this has been interesting, but I need to get back to work.
Appreciated.
Take care. Be safe on that journey. Hopefully, don't kill the horses.
We're heading back home. Once we make it there, they could retire to a very nice royal pasture.
It's too bad there's not like a U-Haul for horses.
Just like rent them and drop them off wherever.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, well, at this point, the rest of the group would catch up. So, Hall and Sonora, you start walking towards the stables. You've come down from the lift, and Ettenbrohr and a halfling are hitching up 2 extra horses to familiar sight to Sonora, the wagon or cart or whatever you want to call it.
I say hello to Jumbo and Tiny.
Nice.
I am actually surprised that you guys got us a ride. I was expecting not to see this when I got back.
Well, honestly, half of it was already ours to begin with. We just kind of forgot.
Yeah, imagine what the fee would have been if
Seems to be a theme of this.
I don't know, it just feels, a day feels like so long. Like it could be like, it feels like months.
So, surpassing expectations is what the strike force does. Okay.
Set the bar low so we can really,
Right. If you expect nothing and don't
Barlow,
anything,
you
it's
always
great.
succeed.
Yeah.
So
how I live my life,
Buttercup,
man.
Muffin, Jumbo, and Tiny.
And
Yes.
Bob.
And Bob.
And Bob the goat.
Yep.
Bob, agent of Hydra the goat.
Perfect. Okay, so you finish getting everything set up there, and you head back off on your travels. I assume Pal would have picked up food on the way, or I think you did.
Yeah, I'll just pick up some general food ingredients, just that way, I have stuff to cook with on the journey.
Yeah, mark off like 2 gold for like a good amount of food.
Okay, that's literally all I have left. So.
I like how some of you have a ton of money and some have none at all. Okay.
Who needs money when you're this charming,
Perfect. So you start back off away from Sheercliff. And you start your travel. The first day of travel, it goes pretty well. You're, for the most part, as you're going down this windy, mountainous path, there's a good hour to 2 hours where it's just this open, windy path with just kind of like sheer drops on both sides. But after a little while, you do get towards where the mountain is, and the path it's about 10 feet wide. And so it works fine to get this cart through. And as you're going along, at one point, a few rocks, like smaller rocks, just kind of like tumble. And Ettenbrohr, would you be the one kind of like
manning
driving, I guess?
the reins?
Yep.
Yeah.
What kind of top does the wagon have?
It has a covered top.
like a sturdy covered top type thing?
Yeah, it's fairly sturdy. It's like mostly wooden.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like wooden
I would
fabric.
probably be riding on top of it if I could. I'd just be
Okay.
sitting on top and just keeping an eye out from sitting up there because it's
Okay.
what I do.
When the rocks kind of tumble a little bit, you would notice this first haul. Well, you and Ettenroar would notice this, that the horses start seeming a little bit spooked at the moment.
Attempt to calm them.
Okay. You're just kind of like, give me an animal handling.
That's a 19.
Nice.
Nice.
So you see, you make some like calming noises. You give some pats. You kind of just start
Whoa
like
there.
trying to calm them down. Hall, are you just kind of looking around?
If I saw rocks tumbling, I would see if it was a small animal or something, or if it was just natural fall. Just a general look towards where they were coming from.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
$14.
14. You look up and around where those rocks fell, there looks to be a cave that's kind of up higher that doesn't really like have much of a way to like easily get up to, but you do notice some kind of like marks in the rock, like things have scraped up into it at some point. And then as you're kind of looking around and Ettenroar is kind of like shushing the horses and trying to calm them, you start hearing some sounds coming from that like cave area. You hear a followed by and then
I'd start trying to get the horses to move ahead.
I would start to prepare, pulling out my bow and getting an arrow ready just in case, and then kind of lean over the back and just whisper, "There might be something above us. Keep an ear out." And then I'll pop back up and just ready in case something appears.
Okay. So you're speeding up the horses, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And just so I'm more clear, the cave isn't like directly above you. It is kind of a little bit farther in front of you, but you're gonna have to pass anyway. You can't really turn around.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep them moving.
And as it picks up speed and you start making more noise, coming out of the cave, you see what looks to be the head of a lion come out, and then kind of cresting over, you see kind of over its mane, it looks like horns, but not attached to its head. Like you can't really tell from this angle. And then what looks like a red dragon head kind of like swivels up above the lion head and looks in your direction as it starts coming out. Were you going to fire a shot?
Jesus.
Hey guys, give me something weird, Bobby, anything.
Hopefully, to, I don't know, scare it away, I would shoot near it, but not at it. Just trying to, like, in front of it to get it to go back in.
Okay. For this, so give me an attack roll. See how close you hit.
Would it qualify as a sneak attack?
Are you trying to hit it, or are you trying to?
Well, I guess that's only in damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hit it, so never mind. This is here we go. 22.
22. Okay, so you do some pretty perfect accuracy, and it goes right in front of the eyes of the lion, and then it kind of like crests, like it goes like right under the horns and past the neck of the dragon, and clanks into the wall, kind of going by all three of their heads. Also, give me an intimidation check. Add advantage because of how good of a roll you got for the attack.
All right. Maybe that'll make it okay. 13.
13.
We're gonna make it an hour out of town before our horses die.
So that hits. The lion head turns and looks right at you and roars, and it pushes forward and leaps out. And its big dragon wings kind of shoot out, and it starts flying towards all of you. And right now we're going to go to break. And then when we come back, I'll roll initiative. I'm just going to set up the map real quick.
Combat music plays right now.
Perfect. Okay. So I'm mostly set up. I just need to get.
We are level 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. My spell app wasn't at level 7.
Yeah. This is your first combat at level 7. I wanted to give you guys the time to show off your new skills and stuff. And give Chris some revenge.
Some revenge?
He made a gnome in a one-shot, a gnome wizard, and got immediately annihilated by a chimera.
Nice.
Ed, don't worry about that message I just sent you. It's just a timestamp so that I know where the commercial break is.
Okay, perfect.
Also, if anybody can think of fun trivia for their character, if you guys watch the newer episodes, I have a trivia section in the middle now during the break. So come up with fun trivia questions from everything we've done so far.
Okay.
Like an example?
So the first one was, what does Edinburgh mean in giant language? Is it, A, this, B, that, as Run Brother, obviously. Or like mine was, the one I just did was, what is Pal's great-great-grandfather the god of?
Mm-hmm.
Those kinds of things.
I see. Okay.
Have I talked about my trauma yet?
No, you haven't.
I don't think you have.
All right. Then that wouldn't work.
So, because my app was at 6th level, I didn't have enough spells. Do you want me to wait till I put one in?
What did you do, Diago, you dick?
I'll be right back, guys.
I don't think you heard me.
What were you saying?
I was asking, so since my app was at 6th level still, I didn't have enough spells on there. Do you want me to wait till the next rest to put one in?
No, you can throw them in real quick.
All right, and then did Levi cast anything as Edinburgh last? I guess we rested anyway.
Yeah,
so
you rested, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Cool.
Gonna get some minis real quick.
Yeah, I had a fun one today. Oh, everyone left. Never mind.
I got my grandpa all loaded up on carbs, and he passed the fuck out.
Nice.
That is a one-headed creature.
I know, I don't have a miniature for that. This is going to represent your horses.
Yay! We have to have that horse. That is required now.
When you were asking about special arrows, I started thinking about my arcane archer and how we had an artificer in the group that would like make new shit.
Oh man,
And,
artificers are so broken.
I was thinking it would be awesome to put a glyph of warding inside of the tip of an arrow somehow, and make it so like since it has to be opened, make it so the head of it opens up, so it's like almost like a hollow point bullet.
Oh.
This is in, it opens up and it casts the spell inside of the person.
Yes, that'd be badass. I know that there was a way to integrate a bag of holding into an arrow that created basically a black hole dimension thing.
I actually sent that one to Ed when when I was doing that.
Yeah, I guess they basically made it so you had to be super high level to do it. And if you messed up, you basically killed yourself with trying to make it.
Well, you destroy the universe by using it too.
Yeah. What do you want?
You guys are playing D&D on a full moon, I believe.
Makes it much better.
I know. I wasn't like talking smack about it. I just thought that was myself. Actually, the reason I came down is to
It's funny. I told my grandpa I'm going to be playing D&D tonight. He's like, I'm not really into D&D. Like, I wasn't asking if you wanted to play it.
There.
Oh, okay.
That's
Here,
funny.
see that one. Yeah, we're technically good to run.
For Ettenbrough, if you're still sitting there.
Yep.
I would assume.
Which one? I think these are probably the best options for you.
I can't see you.
Oh yeah, you can't see. Damn it.
This guy.
I'm just gonna do this.
Pour salt in that wound. Pour salt in it.
Yep. And then Jeremy, does this one look okay for Pal?
Yep.
Or do you want like this fancy man?
No, I'll take the other guy.
Okay.
But we're fighting.
So this is actually a hero click, but I think it would look best for Thule.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Sonora, this is the closest to like a turtle-y looking thing I have. Does that work?
Yeah, she said it does. She's just muted.
Okay.
We just need to go to one of those 3D print shops and just get some minis made.
Yeah, we do.
Because doing just the PDF file on Hero Forge isn't bad.
There's also that app I wanted to show you guys too that
And
they used
Chris, this one has a bow and stuff on it. Does that work?
Fine. I mean, my character would have been great, but we're fighting it.
that app I was showing you guys, or I wanted to show you guys though, Tailspire. You can actually make your Hero Forge mini and save it as a file, and then you can import it into that, and then you can use that as your miniature on there.
Cool.
And it's really cool because you can like zoom right in behind your character too, so you can actually see their line of sight to see if they can actually see stuff.
Mm.
I wanted to run a one shot on that, but you
How's
know,
that?
like
That was beautiful.
You turned it into a chimera.
I'm so sleepy, and my mouth tastes like poison.
That's not good.
Why?
I'm taking this Paxlovid. It's the COVID medicine, and it does this great thing where it makes your mouth taste like poison while you're taking it.
Ah.
Do you have COVID right now, sir?
Yeah.
That sucks.
She's got the Rona.
I'm past the worst of it now. It's just the fucking poison mouth from the medicine. I have to take it until Monday.
Have all of you had the Rona now?
I haven't, but I got to enjoy, what was it, Influenza A, the worst one?
Yeah.
That one's about as fun. Yay.
I'm like the only person who hasn't gotten COVID at this point, and I feel like it's because I'm just not cool enough. Like, even COVID's like, I don't want to do that.
I'm pretty sure I caught it from the airport on my way.
Oh, yeah, that
home.
makes sense.
I hermit enough, and then I actually, during the peak of it, I got to hide out for a while because I was considered medium risk. So my work and everything let me do things to avoid everybody. So
Nice.
kind of avoided it.
Yeah, I've been in the same house with people who've had COVID 3 different times now and still never got it.
Unless you got it and you just didn't know.
Oh, no, because me and my family were part of a study through the U, and they would test us for the antibodies. And the antibodies from getting the virus and from the shot are different. And I've never had the actual virus.
How are you doing, Grandpa?
Good job.
Okay.
I'm starting to feel it's because even COVID doesn't like me. There's no thanks.
I don't think you actually want to be friends with COVID. It really sucks.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah. Not an enjoyable experience. Avoid.
No. Especially since like my mom and brother both had like long hauler symptoms.
Oh, yeah. That's no good.
Yeah.
Diago stole the wings off of the chimera that I put together and just like went off with them.
It can't fly now. That's the rule.
Yeah,
I
the
found
wings
it.
just disappeared somewhere.
It
A
crashes
giant
into
cat
the
came
ground.
down and took its wings.
Well, it was funny because he must have just like grabbed it, like, and I'm sure it was sitting there while you guys were talking because I went to the bathroom and I came back and the wings were gone, and he's sitting over by the couch and had knocked it under the couch. He's a jackass. Okay. Are you guys about ready to get back into it? Oh, too late.
I'm here. I'm just blowing my nose.
That's fair.
So Ed, I'll probably have to have you send me pictures of the map or somebody.
Yeah. Here.
It's just a long path.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
It's like 10 feet wide.
I'm going to put it in the chat, and then Christelle, you can also see the new camera that you guys gave me.
Oh, sweet.
That's what I'm using for that. So.
Cool.
Are you using the setup like you did for a spell table?
What do you mean?
With the lamp?
No, I don't need to. It has a little stand on it. I just put it on a box to make it a little bit higher, like a small
Nice.
box.
That's cool. I was going to bring my decks with me, but I totally forgot. Oh, but I did start looking through my dad's cards and cataloging them,
Uh-huh.
and it gives me the value of them. And I'm like a third of the way through his books, the
Uh-huh.
3-ring binders, and I'm at $3,800 already.
Nice.
What kind of cards?
Magic,
Nice.
a bunch of old ones.
Well, I just picked up all of my Pokemon cards from my mom's house.
Nice.
They're in a
What do you have in there?
shoebox. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of Japanese cards. Nothing. I mean, they're all, from the 90s, early 2000s at the latest. Like, they're old.
There could be some valuable things in there for sure.
Mhm.
I used to have the Charizard, and it's gone. I don't know where it is. I think my mom's husband might have stolen it.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I had like a binder full of like all the original cards, and then we took the Greyhound bus to move here to Utah, and I left them on that bus. So
Oh,
someone has like thousands of dollars in my Pokemon cards.
I've got, I think, at least 2 of those promotional like hieroglyph Mew cards from the first movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those are very beautiful, but surprisingly cheap.
Yeah.
Because
And
it
then-
was awesome.
Use that one.
And then I've just got a bunch of crap. I don't know what all is in there.
A ton of what would have been super expensive first edition ones, but it was way back when they still weren't worth anything. Like they were worth a little bit, but not much.
Mhm.
And then I also had some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I ended up selling all that for Sega Genesis, I think.
I think I had 1 booster pack worth of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I got really into the first few sets and then realized that it wasn't a really fun game to play because it was just I don't know how to explain it. Unlike Magic or Pokemon where you can kind of vary things, it was pretty much you needed specific things to be competitive, and as soon as another set came out, it was those specific cards where I don't know. It wasn't a very fun game to play.
Yu-Gi-Oh is not a fun game to play. It's a fucking frustrating and hard game to play.
It's lame.
Yeah, and then by the time I saw it again, it had gotten so complicated where it's like, okay, well, you have to play 3 cards, remove 5 cards, play another 3 cards, and then you might have 1 card that can compete with something else, and so you had to do super convoluted thing every time you wanted to play.
The big problem with Yu-Gi-Oh is that there's no like payment system. So like in Pokemon you have energy, in Magic you have lands, right? Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have anything like that. So you're basically able to play everything in your hand every freaking turn at this point. Because the idea was you can only summon 1 monster, right? But there's so many ways to summon like special summon monsters now.
Yeah.
That you can just do fucking everything every turn, and it makes everything ridiculous.
Yeah, my favorite was when it was still the original couple sets, where it was, in my opinion, it was still kind of fun to play. Was I had a Exodia deck that just basically all it was draw out your whole deck until you have all 4 pieces and then drop them down. But it worked surprisingly a lot. Like it just constantly would work. And so that was a fun one just because everyone was just like, can I kill you before you get the last piece?
Right.
But yeah, I ended up, once I realized it wasn't that fun, before all the original cards dropped in value, because they all dropped pretty quick, but they still had some at the time. So I sold those and all my Pokemon and got, I think it was a Genesis, a bunch of games, a couple controllers, just like the whole setup. I was, yeah, Sega. And then they went out of business.
Okay. Well, we should
But
get
hey,
back
at least
into
Yu-Gi-Oh knows how to do an anniversary set.
There will be
Yu-Gi-Oh
no more
at least knows how to do
D&D.
an anniversary set. So.
We better play more D&D.
D&D.
No.
Wizards is doing.
What?
You cut off real
There's
bad.
gonna be like a D&D anniversary thing. They're gonna be like, okay, here's a book that costs $1,000.
Or do like the box set like they did with the special editions. That was like the only way to get it for a while.
Yeah.
and it wasn't really all that much added to it.
Mm-hmm. It's Hasbro, now that they own Wizards of the Coast, like terrible, terrible business people. Those guys. Like, oh, we're gonna celebrate 35 years, whatever the hell it is, of Magic, by offering you 4 booster packs for $1,000.
Those proxies on top of that.
Yeah, they're not even playable cards. They're literally
So, Jeremy, make sure you cut this part out because we were playing a game that Wizards owns. So, online.
Hey, fuck those guys.
Yeah, indeed. I think most people would probably agree with us at this point.
Well, yes, but I don't know. We could piss somebody off. I mean, that might be a way that we actually get attention, but yeah, I don't know.
At least,
Wizards of the Coast.
at least D&D is a game they can't take away from us.
Yeah. Okay, so we can start hopping back in now.
Yeah.
I'll wait till 27 there, Jeremy.
Okay, sounds good. After this, I have to go through and prep everything for tomorrow because I procrastinated.
Fair enough.
So that'll be fun. Do you remember
Welcome
in
back,
the game for
everybody.
tomorrow? Go ahead.
Okay, well, say what you're going to say, and then we'll start at 28. Like I told you,
Okay,
27, and you waited till
Yeah,
exactly.
sorry, I just had a thought. What, so in the game for tomorrow, did you guys just got to the docks, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was trying to remember where I had to start from tomorrow. All right.
Or we were
Okay.
like running to the docks. I don't know if we
I
necessarily.
think you guys got there and started seeing the scene with the thugs sort of blocking the ships from people from getting on the ships.
Oh yeah. Yep.
All right.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. We just had our quick break, set up the combat, all this good stuff. Where we left off, a large creature started coming out of this cave, apparently with 3 heads, one of a lion, one of what looks to be a goat, now that you can see it more, and one of a red dragon head with large dragon wings and the body of a lion. And Hall tried to scare it away, ended up just angering it more, and it jumped out and started heading towards all of you on this narrow path that you are on. So that path there is representing where you are, and then this kind of stuff over here is down below you. It's at least 100-foot drop below you. And now let's have all of you roll initiative.
Oh, it's real bad. How big is the thing? Like, is it a large creature?
It is a large.
Cool.
So are those of us in the cart now aware of its existence and it's attacking us, or are we still just like, what's that noise?
You're hearing roaring, and Hall mentioned that something was happening.
Okay.
He leaned over and said something. Okay. 25 to 20. Okay. 19 to 15.
Oh,
no. 14 to 10.
14.
13.
10.
Hall had 14, right? And Ettendor had 13. And then Sonora 2. Okay, and then 10 to 5.
6. Oh, pal.
I was very busy playing with Bob.
Okay, that's fair.
And Pal, what did you have?
I'm number 1.
Perfect.
That's what you get when you have no initiative bonus.
Been there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
Hall, you're up.
Oh wow! Right off of that.
Yeah, the creature didn't really do that well either.
Everyone rolled real low.
Good night.
Okay, now try.
You essentially rolled over a 20 on that one.
Where is it? Since I'm not moving, I believe I can do the sneak attack, but I'm trying to find where it says that. Okay.
Are we like
Anyway, I'm just gonna do a shot at him. I can't find the name of the ability, but I believe if I'm standing still, I can make it a sneak attack. But if I don't move at all for my next movement,
Yep.
so is he currently flying?
Yes.
Then I will pull out one of my new fancy schmancy magic arrows
Okay.
and aim for one of his wings,
Okay.
specifically like the base of it where it's connecting to his back.
Okay. So basically, how I'm going to do that is how high you roll will depend on how accurate that is. Like, you still, if you get its armor class, you'll still hit it. You just might not hit the wing that you're going for.
Okay, and then with the +2 arrow, it's just +2 to damage and attack.
Yes.
Okay. $19.
Okay.
Oh, there's a giant cat.
Oh, he's dead. Look at that wing. It's gone.
The gods have willed it.
Diago.
Back.
All praise Diago.
The god has descended.
It's like the Lilo and Stitch scene where he's like,
If we have even a single episode without at least one cat getting in here, I don't know what, because I'm pretty sure at least 4 of us have cats that will attack us at any time.
Yes.
My cats won't attack me. They'll just jump up in my space and knock everything over.
It's
Two of
still
them
an
have
attack.
already
That's
done
psychological damage. They know what they're doing.
There's only one here who hasn't done it yet, and he's looking.
I have to keep this door shut to keep Ochako out so that she doesn't come and just knock stuff over.
I don't have a door I can close. Some of us don't have that kind of privilege.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage, Hall.
Okay. 16.
16 points of damage. Okay. And that would count as magical damage. Okay. Okay. So you fire this arrow, and it does hit the wing, and it hits it really hard, and it hits in and it sticks into one of the wings, and the wing starts to kind of limp a little bit as it's going, and it starts losing a little bit of altitude, but it's growling and hissing towards you, and it's getting really mad at you specifically.
Yes. Let's see. Where is it? I'm on top of a cart, so I don't know if I can try to hide. Lay flat.
So you're just going to lay flat on it?
I mean, I don't think
I mean, you are a cat, so you probably think you could be sneaky still.
Probably. Yeah, it's. I'll just prepare. We'll just leave it at that. I don't think I can hide on top of the wagon.
Okay, fair. Ettenroar, it's your turn, and Sonora, you're on deck.
I'm going to cast Banishment.
Okay.
So that's a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
It's a very charming chimera.
That is a 15.
That's exactly what it needs.
Okay, so you see its form kind of flicker for a second, but the magic doesn't exactly go through.
Okay. That's my turn.
I mean, good call, though. I was like,
Yeah, could have been over with.
Can I try to calm the horses with my bonus action?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an animal handling.
Okay. 11.
Okay. You're trying to calm them, but they're freaking out. They've realized that there's just nowhere else that they can go. So this thing's starting to fly towards, and they're just trying to get past it. So everything actually starts speeding up, and pretty drastically. So I'd actually like everybody other than Ettenroar to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Hey, man. Hey now.
I feel like you're being prejudiced against some of us right now.
Not that high of a roll for most of you.
16.
Okay, you're fine.
13.
12.
24.
Okay.
12.
Everybody is able to stable themselves and not quite fall over. Pal, you kind of like tip into the wall in the carriage in the back, but you don't like fall out the back or anything.
Makes sense.
Okay, is that it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Sonora, you're up.
All right. How many feet is this thing off the ground?
Off of the path that you're on, it's about 20 feet up, and it's about around 30 feet in front of you coming towards you guys. You are in the back. You can't actually see it at the moment. You just know something's happening.
Okay, so I will go toward it.
Okay, so you're going to climb up on top of the carriage?
Yeah, if that gives me I'm going to basically what I'm going to do is throw a dart at one of its 6 eyes.
Okay. So yeah, to get a good view, you'd either have to like lean around the side or like climb up on top.
All right, I'll climb up on top.
Okay. So that will use half of your movement. With you being a monk, I'm not going to make you like do a dexterity check for getting up. You're able to just kind of get up there. But go ahead and make an attack roll with your dart.
Okay.
And I know it doesn't always count this, but I really do think that darts should count as a monk weapon. So
Yeah, it's weird that they don't.
Yeah. So any bonuses that your monk weapons will get, you can go ahead and use with your darts.
Okay. Well, I get a 24 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And then let's see. 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. Which head were you aiming for?
Which head is currently looking at in our direction?
All 3 of them, because it's coming towards you.
All right, well, go for the middle one then.
Okay, so it's the goat head in the middle. And you were aiming for the eye specifically,
Yep.
you were saying?
Yes.
I mean, you got a 24, so I'm going to say that hit. And it like screech, all 3 heads kind of screech at the same time as that hits in. And it seems to like pick up speed.
Okay, well, I have extra attack, so can I fling another dot at another eyeball?
Yeah.
Okay. This time it's 19 to hit.
19 to hit.
Yep.
That still hits.
Okay. And then damage. 9 damage.
9 damage. Very nice. What head were you aiming at this time? Or where were you aiming?
I'm going to try to blind the one I already hit.
Okay.
Kind of take that out.
So it's not as dead on this time, and it kind of scrapes down the side of its face and then hits in like kind of the neck joint between the lion head and the goat head.
Okay.
Kind of sinks in there.
And then with the rest of my movement, I'm going to get out of its direct path, like off of the wagon, probably.
So you're going to jump back in?
Either jump back in or like go like behind or under it just to get out of its view.
Okay, so for that, it's going to take the last of your movement, and the only place you can really go to get away from it is back in. But for that, you would need to make a dex, like acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay.
Because climbing up is one thing, trying to get back down on a moving cart is a little different.
All right, 13.
13. Let's see, with that, you jump down and your foot hits just kind of wrong on the back lip of the cart as the horses are just going super fast, and you start to fall and you catch the back of it and your feet kind of hit the dirt, and you're currently hanging on the back of the cart now, slightly being dragged, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage from kind of hitting.
All right. I guess that's it for me.
Okay. So now it is the chimera or the monster's turn. It flies towards the cart. So you guys have kind of sped up this way a bit. Sorry, I don't have great minis for this. And then it's gonna come flying kind of down. It's gonna make 3 attacks. Its claws are gonna rake down onto Ettenroar, who's sitting on the reins, and then the other attacks are focused on Hall. So the first one, claws, Ettenroar. That is a 23 to hit on Ettenroar.
That hits.
For 13 points of slashing damage. And then as it comes over the cart, it starts coming over the cart, and Hall, who's kind of like laying flat there, the horns come down to like kind of rake you and hit you back up of the goat head. That is a much worse roll. So that is a 12 to hit.
No.
And then the dragon head is gonna lean in and try to bite you. And that is a 22 to hit.
Okay. I will use my bonus action for an uncanny dodge to half the damage.
Your reaction? Yep.
Yes.
Perfect. So that is 10 points, but cut in half. 11 points, but cut in half. It's you take 6.
Okay.
And then it flies kind of past all of you and then starts to turn around to start heading back towards you. Okay. So now that is the end of the chimera. You guys know it's a chimera. The chimera's turn. And Thule, it's your turn.
Okay, well, from its new spot, I assume I don't have to like climb out of the cart to see it.
You can definitely see it now.
Yeah.
You heard these like heavy wings flapping over. Something hit in the front of the cart and then like racking and scraping on the top. And then this giant beast fly around and turn and look at you.
Cool. I hate it.
And there's a dagger in the goat's eye. Or like a dart.
I'm going to...
turtle hanging off the cart right in front of you where you're looking.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to scoot a little bit further back so that Sonora will have space to get back into the cart. And then I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force on it, hopefully. It needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
With a DC 15. I hope it's real stupid.
I mean, it is. But that was a natural 20. Then with its -3, no, -4, makes it a 16.
Gosh dang it.
So there's only 2 rolls that would have made it.
Yeah.
Well,
I know the feeling, Sarah.
Yeah. Well, then the cool thing that I wanted to do is fizzles, and I just hold out my hand to Sonora.
Okay. To try to give aid to Sonora. And then Pal, you're up.
All right. So how much damage is everybody taking? Do I need to heal this turn, or is everybody okay still?
Who's sake?
I've only taken 13.
Okay, so everybody's okay for now.
Yeah, I dodged
All right.
half of it,
So I will yell, go non-copyright infringing gadget wings, and I'll pop my my wings.
Okay.
Then I am going to jump out the back of the cart
Okay.
and try to fly. How far away is he?
He's about 20 feet behind you.
Okay, so I can use my 30-foot fly speed to catch up to him,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll take a swing at him.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Yep. Maybe it doesn't go off the table. That's a 23.
23. That definitely hits.
Okay, and then I will throw a Divine Smite on there as well at level 1.
Okay.
Let me grab my damage dice. Yeah. Where are my D12s? There it is. Okay, so that's 4. So 4 plus 5 is 9. That's 26 slashing.
26 slashing. That's pretty good. Okay.
Because I can add 7 radiant with after I pop my wings.
Yeah.
And the Divine Smite. So, and then after that, I'll just yell, "Come on, man, fight me! Come at me, bro!" And that'll be my turn.
Hall, you're up, and then Ettenroar is on deck.
Okay. Seeing that they started blinding it, I will attempt to shoot. I'll take a standard arrow and then try to shoot at the one of the dragon head eyes.
Okay.
So that is 26 to hit.
That definitely hits.
$24 piercing damage.
24 piercing damage. Nice. You guys are getting some good hits in. It's starting to look pretty bloody. And it hit it right in the eye, and it kind of like screamed, and then all the rest of the heads like looked right at you when that happened, and all roared at you. Okay, is that it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Ettenroar, you're up, and Sonora, you're on deck.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level directly at the goat head.
So it is behind you, and you are steering the cart, so you're going to have to
Could I like turn back?
You can, but it's going to put you. I'm going to say it's going to put you at disadvantage on the attack.
Okay. Well, the horses
Because
are
you're
kind of doing their
controlling
own
the
thing
horses.
right now, right?
Huh?
Are they actually being controlled, or are they just doing their own thing right now?
I mean, you're basically trying to control them from like completely losing it and like
Okay.
unhinging the cart. So
All right. I'll do it at disadvantage.
okay.
That's 16 and that's a 19. So shit. That's 23 to hit.
23 to hit.
Yep.
That hits, yeah.
Rolled a 16 and a 19.
Okay.
So getting bolts 46 plus an extra 2d6 on top of that.
Okay.
$27 points of radiant damage.
Nice. Okay, it's looking pretty hurt. It is still up and flying.
Can I try to calm the horses again?
You're already kind of trying to control the horses, and you're doing that shot. So I'd say for this turn, no.
Okay.
Okay, Sonora, you're up.
All right. Did I manage to get back in the cart when Tule helped me?
Oh, so she reached out to help you. So now you would be doing that. So you make a acrobatics or athletics check at advantage now because you can grab Thule and pull yourself back in.
11.
11. You are able to get in and turn around, but that's your full movement for the turn, and you do get up on your feet, but that is your
Okay.
full movement, and you're in the cart.
All right. And this thing is like behind us, right?
Yeah.
But above. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of the heads have lost eyes, correct?
Correct.
All right. So I'm going to throw a dart at one of the eyes in the head that hasn't been hit in the eye yet.
Okay, that would be the lion's head.
Okay.
I want them all to have pirate masks. Pirate
26 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And then, let's see. Damage. 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. Hits in the eye and it just like roars out and just kind of like scraping forward. Pal kind of has to like duck out of the way a little bit, but now one eye on each of them is blinded, but it is still up.
Well, I'll use my extra attack to throw yet another dart.
Okay.
I'll throw it at the same one that I just hit.
Okay.
28 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. It's on death's door, but it's still up, and that head is fully blind now, and it is roaring out. It is now its turn, unless there was anything else you wanted to do for a bonus action.
I don't think that I can. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. So it is its turn. This thing is so angry and injured, it's just going to try its best to kill all of you right now. So first, it is going to attack Pal with its claws and then its ram head. So So for the claws, that is a 22 to hit.
Just barely hits, you know.
Yep. And then I'm just going to roll the second attack for the horns. And that is a 25 to hit.
Nah, that doesn't do it. Sorry.
Imagine if you had to hit like your AC number exactly to hit you.
Right. Okay, so for the claws, that is going to be 13 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then for the horns, that is 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
It's going to kind of like knock you forward with that, because you're flying. It would kind of like launch you back a little bit, and it's going to move forward, start to move past you, and as it's moving past you, it's going to use the dragon head is going to rear up, and you see light start kind of coming out of its mouth, and it's going to it's shooting right past you, and it's just going to hit the whole back of the cart as it's flying over. So like into the cart and on top of the cart.
Throw the goat in the back.
No.
There is a goat in the back.
If this thing already kills my new friend Bob.
I kind of forgot there was a goat in the back.
At least he'll be cooked for the Giants.
So I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw DC 15. And I'll make one for the goat.
I assume you don't mean me.
Not you, yes.
Yeah.
And Ettenroar, you'd actually have, or no, it would still kind of hit you, but I'm going to say it doesn't quite hit the horses.
I got a 7.
Okay.
21.
Nice.
I got a 10.
27.
Nice. Okay.
All next rolls
So, so Ettenroar, Thule, and the goat all take full damage.
No.
I am the goat.
And Hall and Sonora, you both take half damage.
Evasion. I take no damage.
Oh yes, this is true.
So I have evasion. Does that help me in this?
Yes, neither of us take damage.
Yeah, you both don't take any damage at
I have
all.
evasion too.
And
I also have evasion.
Ed, am I within 5 feet of the cart?
No, you're about 10. You got like knocked a little bit closer to the cart.
Gave me a pet and you're killing it already.
At least you didn't get attached yet.
Pal got attached within 10 seconds.
That's kind of what I do, yeah. When you have the memory of a goldfish, everything is cool in a setting. So
It'll last forever.
Okay, so Ettenroar, Thule, and Ettenroar, Thule, and the goat all take 29 fire damage.
But the goat has 30 hit points.
Nope, goat is dead.
fried goat.
Yes, very much so. And the cart is now on fire.
Ah!
And it is flying by, but it is leaving leaving your range, pal, so you can make an attack of opportunity.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna kill the crap out of this thing. I don't know if I hit it. 14?
War God's blessing on that.
Mhm.
Oh wait, that wasn't a magic thing at all, was
So
it?
that adds 10 to your roll.
Okay, well, 24 then.
Okay. That definitely hits. So go ahead and roll damage.
All right. I'm going to add my Divine Smite again.
Okay.
Okay, so that's... Sorry, math. That is 30 points. It's 10 slashing and the rest radiant.
Okay. How do you want to do this, pal?
I'll
would you
just
like to
yell,
finish this?
"No, Bob!" And then I'm just going to slice, and it's going to go through all 3 heads. Just...
Okay. So I always forget what type of weapon you use.
Axe.
An axe. So your axe glows with radiant light as it just starts chopping through head as you're yelling Bob, and the heads all fall off, and then the body quickly hits the dirt right behind the cart and then just starts tumbling down the cliffside, like hitting and bouncing, and then goes into the trees.
I would tell Thule to take the reins.
I'm in the cart.
Which is currently on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the cart too, though.
You're on the front of the cart.
It's
Driving
a
the
covered
cart.
cart.
You shouldn't be on fire, Edinburgh, are you?
No, I would tell someone to take the reins, though.
There, if you remember,
I
there's a
immediately
little bit
jump
of a
off of the
window.
top of it and take the reins.
Okay.
I do not want to be engulfed in fire.
I crawl to the back and cast
give me-
revive. Oh, okay.
Yeah, give me a acrobatic or athletics or acrobatics.
I'm trying to like smother the fire with like a cloak or something, but it's so much fire.
Yeah.
And all of my wind stuff would just make it worse.
So 22 athletics.
Okay. So you get up, you manage to not get burned at all, and you're going around and you're jumping into the cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's Pal from me too? He's outside the back, right? Still?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
about 10 feet outside the back of the cart.
I'm gonna cast Revivify on Bob.
Do you have a diamond?
No.
You know what? Since it's a goat, I'm gonna say it works without the material components.
How about gold? I have a gold piece.
It's a much smaller soul.
Yeah, it's much smaller soul. Yeah.
And we're all
That was
animal
2
people
gems.
here.
I
I'm
never
gonna
saw
let
that.
you revivify the goat.
Okay. So I revivify this charred corpse that's probably still charred. And I would yell out to Pal, catch, and I'd throw him out to him.
All right. Well, obviously, I'm going to catch him.
Okay, give me a dexterity.
Hey, this would be athletics, bro. Don't even.
Okay, that's fair. Athletics.
Can I aid
Natural
him?
20.
Okay.
Never mind.
Are you gonna lay on hands on the goat?
Hell yeah, I am.
Okay.
Healing hug.
Perfect. So you heal Bob as he's screaming.
He got burned. All of a sudden, came back, got thrown out the cart.
He's already like 50 years old and goat.
Yeah, he's already fucking old.
Has a heart attack and dies again.
Jeremy, does a 14 hit you?
No.
Okay, so the goat bites your armor
Uh,
because it's just panicking.
yeah. I'll say it's okay, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. We got you.
Okay. But the cart is still on fire.
I'm trying to smother flames.
Okay, give me, for you trying to smother flames,
Yeah.
I'm actually going to say give me a percentile
Oh boy.
roll.
I'm gonna.
Okay. And I'm not breathing. I've just like stopped breathing so that I don't get like smoke inhalation.
Fair.
I would also try to calm the horses and slow it down since I'm sitting up front now.
Okay, give me an animal handling for you, Hal.
Got
Hal.
83.
83?
Yeah.
You managed to, like, it's kind of contained enough in the cart, and since you're in the cart, you managed to get most of the flames out. It's more the ones that are still on the roof because the roof itself is also on fire. But all of the base of it is put out, but it is filled with smoke at this point.
Okay.
So visibility is really bad in here as well.
Is holy water in a priest pack?
Yes.
So
It's not a lot though.
Oh no, it's just a water skin.
I'm gonna if
So I'll
once the fire's out inside, like use gust of wind to
works.
To get it out. Okay, give me a Arcana check for that.
Specifically only when there's no more fire left inside because I don't want to restart it.
Okay.
Not good. 8.
Okay. So some of the smoke starts going out, but most of the roof is still kind of on fire. So the roof kind of like embers up a little more, but the visibility is getting better in the back.
Okay.
So I had some Heaven's Cup water, which I'm pretty sure was expired because I got it a really long time ago, and it says it expires after 10 days.
Oh yeah, it would just be water at this point.
Okay, so I will throw that at the roof of the car to try to put out the flames.
Okay, so you throw water up, Ettenroar, you dump some on, right?
My water skin, yeah.
Okay. Both of you give me dexterity checks to see kind of how much of the flames you're kind of hitting.
I got
7.
21 on my animal handling.
Okay. The horses start calming down. You're trying to keep them from noticing that the cart that they are pulling is on fire. But they are starting to slow up and they are starting to be less panicked now because there isn't this giant monster attacking them anymore.
I
And
got
then
an 11 for my
11?
water attempt.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Okay. So you get some of it, like it's kind of sizzled and like hits. It's starting to go out, but it is still on fire.
So while they're trying to save the cart, I want to cast Speak with Animals. and I'm gonna sing to Bob and give him product inspiration.
Did we just hear him speaking goat to this thing?
He's singing in goat.
I'm singing goat.
Perfect. Animal handling check at advantage.
You got it.
He's singing the kid a lullaby.
12.
Okay, that's good enough. You have fully calmed down this goat that is now on its back in your arms, just kind of like laying there, like starting to calm down and feel a little bit better. So that did help.
And I'll yell to you guys, I speak goat, apparently.
In goat.
Yeah.
In go.
It just goes, "Bah."
Hey, I happen to speak that now.
That's one of my languages.
I was looking through my spells. I'm like, holy crap, I have Speak with Animals.
Is that infernal? Just kidding.
Yeah, it's infernal.
Yeah.
For a goat. Anyway, Okay, the cart is still on fire. What are you doing?
Would you say that the amount of fire now equals like a small campfire or more?
A little more,
Damn.
but that might help.
Because actually, I was looking at gust of wind and it does put out unprotected flame, but
Okay.
prestidigitation also can put out a small campfire worth of fire.
Okay. You can cast either one of those. And then I'm going to have you do another percentile.
Okay.
See how much you're able to get out.
16.
16. With your percentile?
Yep.
Okay. So, like a quarter of the roof is no longer on fire. It's badly burned, and the wood is looking weak there. But you've kind of figured out that you can do this, and if anybody else has any cantrips that could help with this, or anything, you can get it.
I'll cast guidance.
Okay. Actually, with that, give me another percentile, but do it at advantage, which sounds weird, but just roll 2 sets of percentile or roll it twice.
Me or Attenborough?
You, because he gave you guidance. We're going to do it that way.
Okay.
I know that's not how the spell works, but that's how I'm doing it.
I got
Well, you're God, so do whatever you want.
I got a 77 and a 71.
Perfect. You're able to get most of the fire out, and then one more cantrip will get it out. So you're able to fully get the cart completely clear of flames and everything, but the wood is heavily damaged. The cart is very much damaged. It's going to need some repairs soon.
Is this just on the roof or on the actual structure of the thing?
It's a little bit of both because it was on the inside as well of the.
I feel like I'm playing Oregon Trail.
Yeah, the cart is definitely damaged.
I have to rearrange all of the stuff in it.
It should be fine for like a few days, possibly, but eventually
We'll float the wagon.
Did anybody learn mend? Like, does anybody have mend?
I do not.
I could probably prepare it overnight.
It's never useful until it's useful, so.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. But as you continue down this path, the Chimera defeated, the cart no longer on fire, we will pick up there next time on Into the Elements.
And Bob is safe.
Okay, well, thank you all for joining us tonight on Into the Elements. It was a little while since we did some combat, so I thought it'd be fun to have a little combat encounter here tonight. Hopefully it was exciting for everybody and my players here. Hopefully it was fun for you guys. And thanks for taking a break from the crazy world we live in and watching our wacky, crazy adventures. So thank you. And Jeremy, if you don't mind.
And thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you'd like to reach out to us, you can do so on Facebook. Just search The Nerdy Niche. And we'll see you guys next time. And remember to keep it nerdy out there.